New reports say the White House is looking into new extreme vetting procedures that would force foreigners to disclose their personal information before they enter the United States of America. According to the report, the new measures could require travelers to reveal financial records, cell phone contacts, and social media passwords. Now, we already expect liberals to lose their minds once they get a whiff of this, right? But shouldn't we be doing what is necessary right now to keep our country safe? And if that means getting a little tough on terrorism, then that's what we have to do. Joining me right now, Republican strategist Christopher Neiweem. I'm guessing you agree with me on this one. You know, Christopher, right now, 38 different countries. You can come and go as you please. And we know that terrorists, they don't just hang out in Syria. You've seen, at least from the European attacks, they're all over the world, including in some of these countries that we have reciprocity with.
That's right, Trish. You know, we continue to see terrorist attacks in the United States and abroad from people that are extremely dangerous. They mean ill, and they do not care about civil liberties. And we need to remember that these policies are intended to protect the public from those people. So it's always helpful to start from that vantage point. It's a very tough task, right? We all want to have our civil liberties. We want to be free, but we also need to be safe. And so it's a very difficult task. But I think that we need to look that President Trump did put this out to the voters. I think many voters did vote to have restrictions, albeit unpleasant in the short term, to protect the public from these sorts of dangerous individuals.
All right, Chris, you know what the concern from the left is? Somehow this is not fair, or somehow this is just un-American. You can't deny entry to people from other countries. You can't infringe on their privacy rights by asking for passwords and checking their cell phone records, to which you say what?
Well, we need to take a look at some of these attacks that have happened and the people that have lost their lives. I mean, you can't experience civil liberties or have privacy if you're killed in a terrorist attack. And again, it's a very sensitive issue, and I would share many of the concerns that they have. But the fact is, I think people that do have good intentions are going to clear the process. And even the idea of handing over the cell phone, I don't want to hand over my cell phone either. But I tell you what, if I can hand that over for 2 minutes and get cleared and go through the process, then that's fine by me. I mean, the fact is, we do have some very dangerous people out there, and I think that we need to take a look at this. And, you know, we're here for a reason. You know, we've had some people out there that have meant us ill, and we need to bring them in.
It wouldn't necessarily be you, wouldn't necessarily be me, but, you know, I would think that there would be some kind of rhyme or reason to who they look at, right? I mean, otherwise you run the risk of bogging down business travel. You run the risk of really making it difficult for people to get around the world. I mean, how would you determine whose social media passwords you should be looking at and whose you should not?
So you're exactly correct. There's an algorithm, and there's things that you'll look at. But I think the people that do not have any bad intentions will be able to clear through pretty easily. And remember, for every inconvenient situation that arises and the media reports about, there are hundreds and hundreds of situations that are made safer and people that are prevented by these that you never hear about. And those are the things you don't want to hear about because we're being safe. So I think we need to take a hard look at this. And, you know, we're instituting
they'll
these
say it's religious
for a reason.
profiling, of course. Get ready for that, because that's what they're going to say. And I would anticipate, as they've said it before, with some of these other restrictions on 7, now 6 countries that sponsor terrorism, somehow it's religiously discriminatory to not include them. Anyway, Chris, I'm out of time. I got to leave it there. Thank you very much. Good to have you.
Thank you.